Ludger, it's the day before the start of the Longines FEI World Cup here in Lyon, and we weren't expecting to see you. Tell us what's happening.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, my plans were a bit different. A couple of weeks ago, I was planning to collect the Easter eggs at home. Especially my kids were really looking forward to that, but I promised that the Easter bunny will be there, even with me being here in Lyon. No, but I got a call a good week ago from the FEI to say there have been a few withdrawals. So finally, the last one was Roger Yves Bost. So I had the opportunity to replace him, and that's why I'm here. And I'm actually really happy to be here because I think my horses are in good form. They had a bit of a rest now. But I jumped them twice before I came here, and they feel really good and fresh. So yeah, I'm looking forward for the next few days.
Now, the two horses you've got, tell us the two horses you've got here.
The two best ones I have, Chiara and Shaman, both jumped 2 World Cups and both jumped a few other Grand Prix recently, like Chiara won in Doha, Shaman was 3rd in Hong Kong. So they're in good shape, and the plan is to start tomorrow in the speed leg and the first leg of the final with Shaman. And then for the 2nd and 3rd, I will decide tomorrow evening whether I ride Shaman again the 2nd day and then Chiara just the final day on Monday, or Chiara the 2nd and the 3rd day.
Now, I probably don't need to remind you that it was about 20 years ago when you won 1993 on Retina Z. Has the sport changed much since you won those years ago?
I would say yes, it has changed, definitely. I would say especially the amount of people who are capable to win in these days are much more than 20 or even more 20 years ago. There was 3, 4, 5 favorites, and then that was it. Today I think I couldn't even say who is my #1 favorite, probably Steve or Scott, but there's lots. I think there's 12, 15 able to win today. So I think the sport in general has really developed and is a much wider top level.
And the horses, you've got 2 horses this weekend. Some riders would have just 1. Is that do you prefer a strategy with 2, or just the way it's panned out for you?
No, it really is just the way it plans out now, or in my situation, as we've spoken before, it wasn't really planned now for me to be here, and once I have the opportunity, I bring the best 2 ones I have. I can save a little bit one for the last day. That's my plan, but that doesn't mean it's an advantage or not. You know, if you have your #1 horse ready in time and everything is planned and you do all the way through, I think the chances are the same, I would say. And this system and this format has been always. Also 20 years ago, you could choose and you can ride 2 or you can ride 1. I think looking back in all these years with the final, 8 times out of 10, I think the riders with just 1 horse won. Yes. So I wouldn't say it's an advantage or a disadvantage, but in my particular situation now, I'm very happy that I have the opportunity and can ride both.
And one of the nice things about the sport is also the age of the horses. Of all the equestrian sports that we see around the world, you know, I think in the last 4 years, 3 of the winning horses have been 16 years old. There's 2 17-year-olds here this year. That says an awful lot of good for the sport, doesn't it? That the horses can keep going that long.
Definitely, that's another aspect from when we talk about what has changed in the past 20 years. I think the whole surrounding the horses' maintenance is improved a lot. Even though medication has changed, you know, we are allowed to give a lot of less therapeutic medication and stuff, but the horses are kept better, they are trained better, and the maintenance is better. And I think that's one of the main reasons why they last longer.
And of course, it's not just the horses that are lasting a long time. It hasn't gone without notice that you and Michael Whittaker from Great Britain, both of you been to over 20 of the Longines FEI World Cup finals. It's obviously a very important competition for you guys.
Yeah, it's the highlight for the indoor season, which actually when you just look over 12 months a year, the indoor season is almost 8 months, so it's quite a long time during the year. And apart from maybe the championships like World Equestrian Games or Olympic Games, I think it's the highlight of the sport.
We ought to just mention that we're here in the south of France, of course, not many miles away. In 4 months' time, we'll have the Alltech FEI World Equestrian Games. You looking forward to that as well?
Yes, definitely. That was and is still my number one goal for this year. The World Equestrian Games in Normandy, especially with the German team. I think we do have a good chance. And yeah, it's something which me personally I really look forward to, because I think also it will be my last World Equestrian Games.
Okay. Well, we wish you the very best of luck this weekend here in Lyon.
Thank you.
As you say, there must be 15 rider and horse combinations that could take the title. It's so close these days.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Ludger, and the best of luck to you.
Thank you.